What's poppin', T Subs and T Squad? Happy Tuesday to y'all, child. So yeah, girl. These stinking tail Jersey Wives, child. Yes, I put them back on the repertoire because I did review it last season, and Potomac is coming to an end, and Atlanta ain't gonna be back until around about spring or summer. So I figured this would be a good stand-in to like do what it do until that excuse me, the housewives that everybody really want to see is back. But whatever. Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 13, episode 1. New friends, same Jersey, same storylines or lack thereof. Child, ain't none of them hoes changed, but whatever. Um, So D-Lo's confessional look was everything. I lived for D-Lo's confessional look. I thought it was cute. And her and Pauly's relationship becomes the topic of conversation. And Big Frank just walk up in the house like he just owned the damn place. And I obviously wasn't here for that, just like he's obviously not here for Pauly. Um, Listen, I like Big Frank. Y'all know that. I like Big Frank. But I really feel like D-Lo do need to put some type of boundaries in place because now that you got a whole new man, Big Frank don't need to just be walking up in your house like that. Like he never know what the hell he gonna walk up in on. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to set up some perimeters and boundaries around there, D-Lo. What the hell you got going on around there, child? Shout out to Big Pauly. All right, you got a Big Frank and a Big Pauly. I'm here for it. Shout out to Big Pauly. Big Pauly, he seems cute or whatever, but I swear, if he gets stuck with a safety pin, he just gonna deflate. Like, yeah, that's just what he give me. Child, you big juiced up Guidos up here on this thing, y'all kill me. But I'll accept it. It's something different. Moving on. Melissa and Joe at home with the kids, and she's gonna host a 80s skate jam, I believe she called it, which was cute or whatever. So while they talking about that, we segue to Jennifer house. Jennifer done broke her damn toe, and she felt like somebody gave her the evil eye, and that somebody is D-Lo. Apparently, her and D-Lo, they not cool no more. Um, Jen feels like D-Lo jumped ship when it came to Margaret. She just felt like she saw everything that Jennifer did wrong in that situation, and she never once called out Margaret or Marge for, you know what I'm saying, her wrong. She felt like, yeah, we was friends until, it was time for you to really stand up for me, and you didn't. You just put all of the bulk of the blame on me like all the rest of them britches. And it's just like, I mean, you say we friends, but is we? And I remember saying something to that effect myself last season when I reviewed this. And y'all know I live for D-Lo. Y'all know she my favorite. But I'm congested, y'all. I'm sorry. But I did mention that last season in my review too, because you did do that, D-Lo. No shade, but you did do that. I did say that last season in my review. I did. I did. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Jen's feelings is just coming out of nowhere. But I also feel like Jen is very spoiled. Jen is very bratty. And Jen, you got a lot of Candace in you from Patanka. You got a whole lot of Candace in you, Jen. I'm noticing that now. Like you real spoiled and you real bratty. And you could tell that from the way that you handle things and conflict when it comes to these women and all of that, like how you blew up at the end on D-Lo, like way uncalled for, way unnecessary. You wouldn't even let that woman get a word in edgewise. And yeah, I'm skipping, but F it, it all coincides with her foolishness. But whatever, because I ain't got no problem with Jen either. But you the Candace of the Jersey, and it's whatever. Um, I already said Jennifer felt like D-Lo won't dare for her and Shane speaking to her. Whatever. Melissa inviting Teresa down to the 80s party, down to her 80s shindig. Why not? I mean, you may as well. All of y'all working. And I just feel like, other than this, what really would y'all have to talk about? No shade, Melissa and Joe, but what would y'all have to talk about if y'all didn't have this beef with Teresa and Weird Lou? Weird Eye Lou. No shade. But like, I mean, I guess. Anyway, so it's Teresa's 50th birthday party. It's the Salamander's 50th birthday party, child. Shout out to the Salamander. Everybody say happy birthday to the Salamander, child. And they invite Louis people around there. Um Lord, Louis Daddy had me tickled. He really did. When I first saw Louis Daddy, he had me tickled from the standpoint of he kind of looked like my granddaddy. No shade, just Caucasian, but he did remind me of my granddaddy. And I was just looking at him like, what the heck? Like it was either that or the edibles got me, girl. But I don't know. Like it just cackled and kikied me. But I was here for it or whatnot. So Lewis just really showed his balls this season. I see he's just letting it all out, and he's just letting it be known exactly how he feel about everybody around there, in particular Joe and Melissa, because he had a lot to say about Joe and Melissa, and I don't really know how I feel about it. To be honest, like on one token, you're saying all of that, but then when you get in a face, you just as fake as your wife is, and I just feel like don't be fake. You know what I'm saying? Don't be phony. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Louis owes them anything because be clear. Melissa and Joe, y'all won't all the way right and real with Louis last season. Y'all won't. Y'all fed into the rumors. Joe, you tried to act like he was so weird and was so this and so that. So, I mean, you know what? Now that I sat up here and thought about that, whatever, Louis, give him what you give him. It is what it is. Because y'all know I don't fool with Joey and Melissa. I don't fool with them at all. Anywho, um, Teresa feels like Melissa is the problem. Teresa, I'm going to be real with you. All of y'all the problem. Okay? Please don't escape your blame in any of this. All of y'all are using each other for a storyline. All of y'all are using this for a storyline. It just went too far for you when they decided to throw Louis in the mix. And because you feel that way about Louis, I see you really love him. And I can respect that. But all of y'all got ish with each other. Like, be clear. Like, whatever. Moving on, because I'm sick of talking about sick of talking about y'all already. And the season just started. Whatever. Y'all will work it out, and if you don't, F it. So Melissa's 80s skate jam or whatever, it was cute. All of them women showed up looking like versions of Flashdance and Peggy Bundy, but I mean that's all I got. Flashdance and Peggy Bundy tees from all the women in there. I just found it funny. Moving on. Marge and Melissa talk about their issue with Teresa, and then Teresa showed up. This is what I said about, yeah, it's new friends, but it's the same ish. Like everybody's conversation was either about Jennifer or Teresa, and it's just y'all ain't got nothing else going on. Y'all ain't arguing with nobody else around there. Like y'all ain't arguing with your husbands or something. Like you ain't arguing with your churn or something, your sisters or something. Like y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about other than the issues with whatever. Because I could tell what this season finna be. It's on my nerve already. Jennifer and Bill show up, dear God, and Jen and D'Lo avoid each other, which was I don't really know how I feel about that because I like the both of them. I actually enjoyed their friendship last season. I would love for them. I would love for Jennifer to just be a woman and quit being a little bratty ass Candace. Like it's irking my nerve. Rachel and Danielle. Shout out to Rachel and Danielle. They are the two newbies of the show. For what it's worth, I'm giving the both of them a chance. I'm giving the both of them a chance. So I ain't got no critiques or really nothing like that to get them. We just go see how they fare during the rest of the season. Teresa talks to Marge and invites her round to her house to talk things out. Her and Joe, as well as her and Louie. And Margaret said, "That's cool. I guess, we can make that happen. It is what it is." So I'm fine with that. Cool. Um, D'Lo inviting the couples over to Marge's house for a sexy photo shoot for the husbands. And, Jennifer thought that, she wanted to use that time to talk about their issues, but it wasn't. It was about the photo shoot for charity. And that obviously made Jennifer feel away. And she pulled a little passive aggressive move. And I don't know, like, it was just, you was irking my nerve, Jennifer. I'm going to be honest. Like, oh God. Like, and I do like Jennifer, but you, my thing is, if you really was this concerned about your feelings and if you really wanted to make things work, you would have the conversation. Like, it wouldn't be this constant, oh, well, I'm not going to say anything to her. Like, she could come and say something to me. Like, whatever. Um, One thing though, we don't need to see Tiki Barber, them minipedes, squash minipedes for eyebrows, nor his whore. All right. We don't need to see him, them eyebrows, nor his slut. We don't need to see them. We don't care that they was there. We don't care that they showed up. We don't care about none of that. We don't care about them. Y'all quit trying to find a way to force them on us. We don't want them. Moving on. Um, Danielle at home with her kids, getting her kids up for school. She got a cute little family or whatever. And her husband real handsome too. Shout out to the husband. Moving on. And I can say that because I ain't got no ties to Danielle. I don't even know if I'm going to like her ass yet. So it is what it is. Her husband fair game. Moving on. Mar Marge and Joe go around there to Teresa and Louis to talk. First of all, I love Teresa's home. All right, Teresa got a mansion for real. Her and Jen. I'm here for the mansions. I am. I'm here for the mansions. Um, I appreciated the conversation. I appreciate Teresa, saying, listen, I had a lot of stuff going on, and maybe I did, put a lot of the bulk of the blame on you, and she gave her apologies and so on and so forth, and that was fine. I'm down with that. What I didn't like about the conversation though was how Marge wanted to throw in her real family situation and tag it on to hers. Nah, that ain't none of your business. It shouldn't matter to you about that, Marge. You're there to talk about the way she treated you last season and y'all are supposed to be friends. Whatever she got going on between Joe and Melissa, that's their business. Don't worry about that. So long as she sees the wrong in what she's done to you and she gave you that common courtesy of an apology, that's all that you need to worry about, sis. Don't worry about their family drama, March. Mind your business. Moving on. D-Lo's sexy photo shoot round there for the husbands and the boyfriends because of Paulie. Big Paulie, honey. I was here for it. I thought it was cute seeing the husbands come out of their element a little bit. So, I was down for seeing they dad bods, their God Almighty. Now, this was one time I wouldn't have mind seeing Tiki Barber, you know what I'm saying, or them centipedes he called eyebrows. Now, I would not have mind see the stuff that you should put him in, you don't. Any other time, we don't want to see him because he's worthless. He could have been used a lot more better in this with all of that oil and water and stuff. I don't know. But we gonna move on. Uh Anywho, Marge talking to Joe and Melissa. See, Marge, you messy as hell. You messy. And like, why did you feel the need to go to Joe and Melissa and share that? Especially when you and the salamander just got back on good terms. What's the purpose of that? I didn't understand that. Once again, this is another time, much like last season. Your storyline was Jennifer, 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 and then you done found a way to finagle another storyline because now you done got yourself smack dab in the mix and in the crux of this foolishness between the salamander, her sissified ass brother, and his messy ass wife. Like, whatever. Jen and D-Lo talk. Again, like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, and I'm ending this because I'm about to get annoyed. Oh, y'all hold on. Lord. Jen, I'm gonna need for you to grow up and quit being a little girl. Like, again, I say you wouldn't even allow D-Lo to get a word in edgewise. How can y'all have a conversation when you're the only one that's talking? That's not a conversation. And you want her to understand your feelings so bad, and I understand that. But see, the thing about it is, not everybody, just because y'all friends don't mean y'all have to agree and see eye to eye on things. Just because y'all are friends don't mean y'all are not gonna have disagreements. It happens. But the way that and don't get me wrong, while I get your feelings, to be clear, she was the only one out of all of them that really wanted to give your ass a chance. All the rest of them wasn't willing to give you a chance because they are Marge's puss. The rest of them didn't want to give you a chance. Jackie ain't want to fool with you like that. Melissa didn't want to fool with you like that. Tracy didn't want to fool with you like that. Like, none of them really wanted to fool with you like that. All because of their loyalty to Marge. The only person that was still trying to be your friend, still trying to be there and invite you around and do this and do that, keep you around in the fold, was D-Lo. So while I understand your feelings, I would have loved for you to have just shut the hell up long enough for her to talk and explain herself. While I understand how you felt, it's not a conversation where you're the only one that's talking. And then you sitting around here throwing all of these jabs, talking about something. She look like an old purse. Girl, I holler. Child, D-Lo do kind of give you never. I ain't even finna do that because I live for D-Lo. I ain't finna do Miss D-Lo like that. But that was just so uncalled for and so unnecessary. Like, she didn't throw them type of darts and jabs at you. She didn't call you nothing. She didn't call you out your name. Get it together, Jen. Please get it together because you don't want to get on my bad side because I could really read your ass down. All right. I really could have did it last season, but I chose to be on your side because I felt like you was being unfairly treated. But whatever. That's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Like I say, this episode already getting on my nerves, so I don't know how the season go. We'll see if I still, and I am gonna stick with it. I ain't gonna do like I did last season, review everything and not the reunion. I'm gonna review everything this season plus the reunion, maybe. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.